Alright, I'm going to remake all of my not all of my video game collection videos, but at least the ones I did back in 2024. Starting things off with my massive Nintendo Switch collection. Okay, it's massive, but it's barely like 50 games, so... We have ARMS. Yeah, classic launch, okay, not launch title, but rather launch window games. Yeah. Very, very fun. Haven't played it in a bit, but, you know, it's good stuff. Atari 50, the Anniversary Collection. This is amazing. I mean, thumbing through an interactive menu just to play some Atari games from the Jaguar, 5200, 2600 links, and just everywhere Atari was found back in the day. Well, where do I sign? Yep. The Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. I know I'm kind of rapid-firing through these quickly, but, like, I've got a lot to cover, so I kind of am pepped to go through them rather quickly. Yeah. Pretty fun crossover game. My personal preferred combination is Yu Narukami from Persona 4, along with Makoto from Blaze Blue. So, yeah. They just make a really good team together. And Capcom Fighting Collection. Oh my god, I love this so much. The games on here, we got all three of the Darkstalker games. Cyberbots, Gem Fighter, Puzzle Fighter, and Red Earth, and Hyper Street Fighter 2. Like, this is just perfection. If any of y'all think this is just a waste of money because it's just a re-release of old games that nobody cares about anymore, it's not. This is peak. But you know what's even more peak? Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Yeah. Got this very recently, if y'all saw the last video game update I did. But I'm just doing this to kind of remake all of my older videos. So, yeah. Games here, we got Capcom vs. SNK 1 and 2, Capcom Fighting Evolution, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, which adds Eagle, Maki, Yoon, and Ingrid, Power Stone 1 and 2, Project Justice, and Plasma Sword. Seriously, if y'all just think Capcom is known for Street Fighter, or if you think that, you know, Capcom's other fighting games don't really matter much, give it a shot. It's good stuff. Cruisin' Blast, one of the best ports from the arcade I have ever seen. Yeah. This is just one of those games that's just like, you know, it's fun to pop in for a few minutes and then just, yeah, enjoy some great car racing. It's fun. I like it. Like it quite a bit. And Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, got this on my birthday this year. Yeah. Just happened to walk into a GameStop while I was, well, okay, I wasn't actually vlogging in there, but I was in the process of doing a birthday vlog, but I didn't vlog inside the mall because, you know, I didn't want to freak people out. But, yeah, I ended up going into a GameStop. They happened to have this, and they even gave me this Donkey Kong themed pen cup, which is pretty cool. But, yeah, this game is amazing in HD. Yes, you have to button mash like a madman, and some of the levels are insanely brutal, but I like it. It's fun. Alright, DNF Duel. Pretty alright fighting game. I haven't really played much of it to form an opinion, but from what I've played, it's really, really fun. Yep. DreamWorks All-Star Kart Racing. I did a Let's Play on this game. Back, like, I think it was like earlier this year. And, yeah. Not the best kart racer out there. I think that title definitely belongs to something coming up, but this isn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination. At least the roster of characters is actually pretty decent, all things considered. And you can even play as the Death Wolf from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish if you buy the DLC. Alright. Final Vendetta. This is a really fun beat-em-up. Not much to say about it. It speaks for itself. It's great. It's like a Streets of Rage / Final Fight clone. Fire Emblem Warriors. Oh yeah. Yeah, Now we're moving into, well, slightly moving into the House of Muso, which I've got quite a few games in that genre, so this is the first one here, Fire Emblem Warriors. I first played this on the 3DS back in 2018. Man, what a rush. It is like one of the, like, this is also the first time I realized Marth was voiced in English. So that literally caught me off guard and stuff. Whew. A frog in my throat there for a second. Hopefully it doesn't actually happen too much. Alright, and we have House of the Dead Remake. It's just a remake of the first House of the Dead game. It's pretty fun. Yep. Not much to say, except for the fact that it is absolutely a blast to play. Alright, then we have Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I am stuck on a part where where Ganondorf randomly spawns in and you have to basically prioritize fighting him before he kills Zelda. It's a pain in the butt. But, you know, I think I could probably pull through if I actually apply myself throughout the battle. But yeah, this is a great game, nonetheless. Age of Calamity, on the other hand, holy cow, this is a huge improvement over the level progression in the original Hyrule Warriors. Yep. Yeah, not much more to say. It speaks for itself. Huh. Alright, Jutsu Squad. Another random little beat-em-up that I just happened to come across, and you know what? It's actually pretty fun. Yep. Playing like a Marvel vs. Capcom with its combo system. Yeah. Epic beat-em-up action for sure. Alright, Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Deluxe. Fantastic remake of the Wii game. I absolutely love the new mech and sand abilities. Haven't played the Magolor epilogue yet, but the original main game, so good. And I'm like a few energy spheres from actually 100%ing that. And then Kirby Star Allies. People like to rag on this game for being too boring and easy, but that's not much of a problem. I think it's actually a lot of fun. I know I am probably going to get flamed for that, but still. It's fun. Alright, Looney Tunes, The Wacky World of Sports. Oh man, where do I begin with this little masterpiece here? You could play as 9 different Looney Tunes in 4 different sports. Basketball, soccer, tennis, and golf. So if you're a Mario sports fan, this right here might satisfy you quite a bit, even with a smaller roster. Alright, speaking of Mario sports games, the free update model Mario sports games. Ugh. Why? 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 I mean, speed golf is fun, but, like, why do they have to do the fix-it-later approach for these Mario sports games? Don't they know? Has Nintendo lost their actual magic? Honestly, the hardcore Nintendo fanboys who actually defend the fix-it-later approach, they need to seek help. Like, they need to seek actual help. Anyways, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I was actually just playing this recently, and yeah, it's still fun, especially with the Booster Course Pass. Yep. Oh, man. 96 course. Now, if they had a 96 course mode, or a 96 course option in the Versus mode, you better believe I'd actually be playing that. I know it sounds so psychotic to think, but I would willingly race 96 races back-to-back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Anyways, Mario Party Superstars. This is a fantastic return to form for the Mario Party series. 100 minigames, 5 amazing boards, and just, so good! This is what the top 100 on 3DS should have been. Mario Tennis Aces, fix-it-later approach crap, yada yada yada. Petey Piranha's in this game, and so is Pauline, yada yada yada. Okay, it's great. gameplay-wise, but still. The free content updates really hurt. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. I've never been much of a fan of the Ultimate Alliance games, but shockingly enough, this game actually convinced me to give them a shot, and yeah. Aside from the Nintendo exclusivity, it's actually a lot of fun. Yeah. I literally have nothing more to say except for the fact that, yeah, it's got a lot of fun stuff in it. A lot of great Marvel characters to play as. Anyway, speaking of Marvel, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Oh boy. This is what I call a true blue miracle in terms of video games. Because yeah, there has been illegal red tape and bureaucracy all over MVC. Now if we get a new game, Capcom, please put it on the Switch too. Just try not to put it on a key card because, you know, nobody likes game key cards because, yeah. But yeah, this collection, amazing. Yeah, anyways, moving right along, we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. If you saw the last video game collection update, you know I actually got this recently as well. And it is an absolutely great game. Like this, I mean, I have yet to beat the final boss, but man, this is like couch co-op incarnate right here. Along with another beat 'em up based on a beloved property that's coming up later. Alright, Amco Museum Arcade Pack. Yeah, I'm kind of breezing through these a little more quick because, you know, why not? But this has Pac-Man Championship Edition 2, Pac-Man Versus, Pac-Man Champion Edition 2 Plus, I believe, and then 11 other arcade, and then 10 other arcade greats. Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Splatterhouse, Tower of Druaga, Tank Force, Rolling Thunder 1, Rolling Thunder 2, Sky Kid Galaga, and Galaga 88. Whew. Good stuff. Good stuff. And then Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. I have a love-hate relationship with these games, but that's only because 90s kids keep ruining them for me because, you have to, quote-unquote, stick to your era if you want to speculate. Like, bro, if I want characters from the Loud House to be in this, don't judge me. Like, the Loud House is actually a good show. All you 90s kids are just too blind to admit it. Too blinded by daddy nostalgia. Just, you know, pandering to you, dangling the 80s Ninja Turtles in front of your face. Hey, at least I got Jim Cummings as the Shredder, which, I'm personally a fan of that, because, yeah, that's good stuff. Anyways, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. This is actually a much better game compared to the original. Yep. I wish they had all 4 Ninja Turtles in there, but, like, come on. At least we got Azula, Plankton piloting a giant robot. Oh, and El Tigre. But still. What could have been? We're probably not getting a Nick Brawl 3 anytime soon, because now they're doing Dice of Destiny, which, not very hyped for that game, I am not gonna lie to ya. Anywho, Pac-Man Museum Plus. 14 Pac-Man titles included. Here we have Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, Pac-and-Pal, Pac-Land, Pac-Mania, Pac-Attack, Pac-in-Time, Pac-Man Arrangement again, Pac-Man Championship Edition, Pac-and-Roll, Pac-and-Roll Remix, Pac-Modo, Pac-Man 256, and Pac-Man Battle Royale. Very big variety here, I am not gonna lie. Yep. And then we have Pac-Man World Repack. World 2 Repack is coming. I informed y'all so thusly. Oh, hell yes. I know it's war, but, like, seriously. I am absolutely hyped for Pac-Man World 2 Repack to come out next month. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This game is amazing. End of story. I mean, World 1's not nearly as iconic as World 2, but it has its moments. It definitely has its moments. Alright, and then Pokken Tournament DX. It's pretty fun. It really is. Yeah. I've actually gotten a few Pokemon here to level 100. I think namely Blastoise, Decidueye, and I want to say Machamp as well, but it's been a while since I've actually played that, so I might have to check. Rumblefish 2. Yep. The game where you have even in rags, you fight. This is one of the more interesting games on the Switch in terms of fighting games, because, your clothes take battle damage as you fight, which is a pretty neat touch. I like that. Alright. And we have Samurai Warriors 5, another Muso game. Yeah, like I said, I actually kind of got, super into Muso as of 2024, so, yeah. And this is basically a reboot, where you started as a teenage Nobunaga as he progresses from age 15 to 30. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. I am stuck on a stage, but, it probably won't be too hard to figure out what to do. Sega Genesis Classics. Now, to anybody who only knows Sega for Sonic, play more games from other Sega properties, because holy cow, y'all are missing out. Y'all are missing out on some genuinely good stuff here. Streets of Rage, Shinobi, Golden Axe, Phantasy Star, Vector Man, seriously. Just do yourself a favor, play some Golden Axe, especially play that new Shinobi game that's coming out later this month, because, yeah, that game looks really dope. I mean, I'd certainly play it. But yeah, Sega Genesis Classics, totally worth your time. And Skullgirls Second Encore. One of the more iconic fighting games in the indie scene. Yep, beautiful, hand-drawn 2D action. I personally like to play as Peacock because, well, she has a vibe of old-school cartoons from the 1920s and 30s, whereas her moveset features cartoon violence from the 40s and 50s. How can you not like that? And Sonic Superstars. Yes, this is a fantastic, well, maybe not a fantastic Sonic game, but definitely one that really, really shines through its Chaos Emerald usage with different powers. Yeah. Other than that, the music's fine, and everything about it is just, it's pretty okay. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it could be worse. Stern Pinball Arcade. This is the game I famously got with my Switch back in 2018. Or I should say my original Switch, because I upgraded to the OLED in 2022. So, yeah, this is, wow. Star Trek, AC/DC, Mustang, Harley-Davidson, Last Action Hero, Frankenstein, Starship Troopers, High Roller Casino, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Ghostbusters, and Phantom of the Opera. All fantastic pinball machines translated into a virtual setting. I've actually played the Ghostbusters one in real life, and it's a lot of fun. AC/DC is also cool, because I've not played that in real life, but before you plunge the ball, you do actually get to pick a song. I personally pick Highway to Hell, because, I like going into that little miniature playfield. And the song is a pretty good banger as well. Anyways, moving right along, we have Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. This is the most comprehensive Street Fighter compilation ever made. Featuring Street Fighter 1, aka Button Mash Nope, God is on your side. All the versions of Street Fighter 2 up to Super Turbo. The Alpha Trilogy, and the trilogy from Street Fighter 3. All fantastic games, and I hope Jada Toys actually does Street Fighter 3 after they've gone through the Alpha series. So, or the Alpha 3. So, yeah, hopefully, maybe one day. I mean, they're close to completing the roster to Ultra Street Fighter 2. Ooh, spoilers. Streets of Rage 4, like I said, if you need to play all y'all Sonic fans need to expand your horizons with other Sega IPs, and Streets of Rage, I mean, despite the fact there's no mention of Sega here, this is a Sega IP. And a pretty good one at that. Yeah. So many great things to love about this beat 'em up. Yep. A great story, the likable characters, and the tighter than tight gameplay. All perfect. Truly, truly perfect. And we have Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I only care about 3D World as I have not touched Bowser's Fury yet. I know, I've had this game for like 4 years and I have not touched Bowser's Fury. Don't at me. But 3D World's a good time. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Yeah, now we're getting all the super games here. This is just a trip and a half. I absolutely love this game a lot. I mean, plus, the Wonder Flower does give some pretty funny effects throughout the game, and plus, this game is you can transform into an elephant. How can you not love that? Like, I mean, that's just cool. And then Super Mario Party Jamboree! Wahoo! Again, Mario impression is back on here. This is probably one of the most incredible Mario Party games ever. So many options, so much chaos, and plenty of fun to be had solo or with a friend. And Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's Super Smash Bros. And it's the ultimate Smash. Like, this is peak Smash Bros. To me. Like, I know this game is quote-unquote trendy, and, you know, oh, you haven't lived until you played, like, Breath of the Wild or something like... Nah. This is the only trendy game I'm willing to add to my Switch collection, because this game is freaking awesome. Yes. Although, if we get another Smash game on Switch 2, cut Steve, replace him... Yeah, cut Steve, keep Banjo... please and thank you. Because Steve sucks. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Wrath of the Mutants. Yes, this is a port of a Ninja Turtles arcade game from 2017, and it's honestly pretty cool. Some new levels, additional bosses, and just... yeah. Yeah, it's based on the 2012 cartoon, which is my personal favorite incarnation of TMNT. I don't know if that's actually a hot take, but this is still really, really fun. So, yeah. Then we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection, cobbling together all of the games from the 80s cartoons run from 1989 to 1994. Not much to say here except this art that cobbles together a bunch of covers from throughout the, from both America and Japan. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Turtles in Time is still peak, though. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Shredder's Revenge. Oh, yes. This is basically my favorite beat-em-up on the Switch. It's just... oh my god. So good. So very, very good. Then Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers. The second ever game I bought with my Switch back in 2018. Yep. Nice, easy 20 bucks on eBay. This is definitely some fun stuff, and you can play as Evil Ryu and Violent Ken. Now, there's also The Way of the Hotto, which is just a shameless Joy-Con minigame, where you just throwing Hadoukens in the first person. Fun stuff, but I personally just prefer the regular Street Fighter mode there. And finally, to close things off, Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate. Yep. This game is absolutely insane. Japanese historical figures, Chinese historical figures, Joan of Arc, Greek gods. Oh my god. Even Ryu Hayabusa shows up. There's over 170 playable characters. Like, that's insane. But yeah, it's fun stuff. Even though the frame rate does chug a bit. And that is my entire Nintendo Switch collection. Join me next time when I go through my GameCube collection. Till the next video, I'm out. Later, folks.